call. I don't want to make any sort of live. I'm being harassed continuously. I'm being harassed continuously in my own spaces, in my own prop. They're persuading themselves as a means of force or threat against somebody who does not want to be unwanted. I'm asking her to leave me alone and to stay away from my spaces. And she said she wants to call somebody. And she's like threatening me. So, oh, I'm going to record you. I'm going to take a video of you. And she's the one harassing me within my territory and my spaces. I've asked her to leave me alone. I've asked her to give me space and distance. And I feel like I am being continually harassed. I am being continually harassed by somebody who does not care. And they walked in on me when I was changing. I told them not to come downstairs, and they did so deliberately anyways. I'm sickened. There's no justice left in the system, and they're allowing for continual neglect in households in the way that things are run. I am done. No. I saw a bird get hit by a car as I was biking to get groceries and cleaning detergents. Like I saw it get hit by a car and then ran over, and I wanted to save the bird if it got injured, and by the time I got there, it already got smushed. And my problem is now I'm at home. I don't like the fact that I just bought groceries. I didn't even hang out all day. I was biking around town, and the moment, like, my mom is crowding around my spaces. She's crowding around my environment. Not just that, she's like physically asserting herself in a place that she's not welcome or warranted, and she's threatening me verbally, harassingly. Like, she's grabbing me, and I had to grab her arm because she asserted physical dominance. I had a bag because I was putting groceries away, and I used the bag as a glove, and I grabbed her wrist. And she told me she had surgery, don't touch me, and she had dental surgery, and no part of her arm was associated with her fucking dental surgery. She's using excessive amounts of violence and coercive manipulation and threats to deceive others and to deceive herself into thinking that she has power or influence over others where clearly she does not. I'm pissed because otherwise people are doing things which are insanely harmful to others, and there's no legal assertion of any proof of what happens whatsoever, and they're going to do things to me against my harm, against my will, that has nothing to do with the justice or legal system, has nothing to do with the laws of the country we live under, has to do with pettiness towards other people and inhospitability to cooperate. And I don't like the fact that people are refusing to cooperate and act sensible. And I've literally thrown a paper towel at them when they were standing in the hallway refusing to leave me alone, and they're like, what are you doing? And I said, leave me alone 3 times, and they're just standing there staring at me, not doing anything. I'm just disturbed fiscally at this place. I'm not happy. The fact is, I can't even live in peace remotely, and I would like to save up and move out. And the fact is that they've taken my budget and anything that I've earned from any part-time or full-time jobs, and they have spent it on themselves, and they have not done any house repairs. They have not put any investments or savings so that I can move out, because that money was supposed to go to me. It was supposed to go to my cost and association of living and my investments, and they have essentially extrapolated me with threats of police and coercion of force and arrests when I have done nothing wrong. I've literally had my budget exploited from. I don't want to say I'm a victim, because at this point I've been like coerced under threats and harassment. I don't want to be on social service. I don't want to have money come to my end. I'd rather be on a job. I'd rather have a job. I'd rather go back to work. And this person did not want me going back to work. They wanted me helpless, and they wanted me scared, and they wanted me under force of threats of evisceration if I did not comply and give them money. That's my problem, is now, oh, you got to pay for another house, and you got to pay more for that. And if I had saved up for the past 10 years, I would have had enough to make a down payment on a mortgage. I'm disturbed. I'm wrecked because this house is obliterated because of the people who run the house and their intent to who's under and supporting the house. I'm not seen adequately as a family member. I'm seen as a blood relative that I can be exploited of. I don't like the fact that my spaces are being entered and my privacy is being disregarded. My sleep has been interrupted. Like I said, I was changing. I was putting on clothes, and I told them not to come downstairs, and they did anyways. And my problem is now that it offends me. It offends me deliberately that they did not care. The fact that I was out the shower and changing, and they still came downstairs anyways to fucking look at me. I'm disturbed. Because if that were a girl, and if that were a dad, that dad would be arrested. And it's a matter of sexism. It's a portrayal of sexism and a corrupt system of legality that doesn't actually prove or allow for justice. It doesn't assert itself within ethical means of what should happen, and is allowing people to do dangerous and offensive things to others with no repercussion. I'm sickened by the legal system. I'm sickened by the Canadian justice legal system. I'm sickened by what allows to happen in households, and what's condoned under the law is neglect. It's pure neglect. It is association with criminal activity and allowing it to continue while actual people who have done nothing wrong are getting in handcuffs and getting eviscerated because of force of threats of people who should not have control over others. It's manipulation, and it's tying into something that should not happen. I cannot trust their legal system because at that point it's for profit. The legal system, it's not to benefit others and protect or help them, because lawyers are going to profit from any side whatsoever, and people are going to lose houses, people are going to lose homes, people are going to lose their property and possessions, going to lose their time and effort and money because of petty associated things which can be easily civilly like solved just by cooperation, communication, etc., and not having to be uncivil. I think the uncivility is gotten too excessively, and now at this point my life is being ruined or destroyed or tampered with because of people who have excessive overreach in my life where they should not. My boundaries are being manipulated, my privacy is being intruded, and they are threatening me over guise of absolutely nothing other than the fact that they are stuck up and stubborn and do not want to listen to others when they want to be respected, to be left alone. And my problem is now somebody is now physically entering my life and said that they want to call the police on me because I've told them to leave me alone and to stop and walk away from me. And my problem is they said they're going to fucking report me for doing nothing wrong. They're entering my spaces. They're giving me harassment. They're giving me shit. And the only thing I told them was to walk away. Don't bother me. Please leave me alone. And my problem is that they're just standing there looking for a reaction, dumbfounded. They're not even fucking associatively looking to do anything to say sorry. They're not looking to do anything to reprimand themselves for any wrongdoing. I feel it's cynical. It's excessive cynicism and negativity. And not just that, like I feel like it's a case where the government needs to step in and take overreach over this individual who is not complying with proper like resources in their own house. They're refusing to get a contractor to fix things which are beyond repair. There's no house amenities which work. The basement is completely ruined. And my problem is that it was a lot better before then they worked on it. I don't want to care about people not caring because at this point it's not within their means to care. I'm just doing this for my own sake and my own safety because I need to explain what's happening here. I feel like my rights are being trampled on and eviscerated, and people are threatening me, and they're saying, oh, we don't care about you. And that's why they're doing things to care a lot, to hurt others and to maim others and to verbally abuse others, then have control or overreach or manipulation over others because they cannot keep their dirty fucking hands to themselves, and they cannot know when to shut up when resourcefully. I'm tired. Not just that, I'm offended by the legal system. I'm offended by the police. I'm offended by the corrupt courts. I'm offended at any at the Ottawa House of Municipality and what they're doing towards Canadian citizens, people in Ontario, people in Nunavut, Quebec, like whatever, British Columbia, Nunavut, Yukon, like Northwestern Territories. Like holy shit, all these people are afflicted because of the overreach of neglectful government and allowing things to happen which shouldn't. And I don't know what happens in other provinces. I don't know what happens in other cities. I'm just really upset that things are happening in my household, and I'm not able to do anything within the legal activity and the legal opportunities at my disposal. And they're telling me, oh, you should pay for a lawyer and you should waste your fucking hours and time and day and put yourself at risk because other people are threatening you and manipulating you and doing things against your overreach and consent that is not applicable. At this point, I have lost faith in the Canadian legal system, and at this point, I feel like we need an insurgency within our country, or at least we need to stand up for things, because at this point, we're just going to be talked down on, and our rights are going to be taken away from us and abolished, and they're going to do everything to just keep pissing us off. They're not going to do anything within our rights to actually protect us in our citizen states. They're not going to do anything to give us the power and enrichment of self-empowerment and the self-opportunity. They're taking away opportunity. They want you caged. They want you dumbed down. They want you to be offended. They want you to be scared and witless and without any opportunity. I'm hurt. I'm physically hurt, and nothing that I have been doing and speaking out against physically has been working. I feel like I'm being talking to by dumb people who want to not assert themselves within what's right and what's appropriate, even through cycles. You learn not to repeat the same mistakes, and they're repeating deliberately the same mistakes. At this point, it's foul. It's come to a conclusion of absolute negativity, perpetuation of malice and corruption. At this point, if the cycles are aware of, if you're knowing the patterns and the patterns are not stopping, despite you having spoken up about them and asking them to stop, then they're doing something deliberately, which is against life. And I'm sorry that they're trying to kill us and they're trying to kill you and they're trying to kill everyone. And I don't fucking care, aside from the fact that you have to protect yourself and you have to protect everything that you know and love, because otherwise it's corrupt legal system, it's corrupt justice. It's not going to work.